Good morning guys, so today is a Thursday morning and I actually don't have work today, but the big shocker is that I'm actually going out of the house today, which is, I know, very unlike me because I'm actually going to go and be sociable because I'm going to go and meet up with Em, who you might know from her YouTube channel and social media where she's called A Little Writer Em, and if you've not heard of her then I'll put a link to her channel in the description below because she is fab. But we actually found out that we live quite near each other, so we're going to go book shopping because obviously what else would two booktubers do when they meet up, as well as going for a coffee, so that should be really fun. However, I am actually going to try and exercise some level of self-restraint when I go into Waterstones because, as you'll have seen, I put up a book haul recently of all the books that I got for my birthday, and I got so many new books, which was amazing, but I also already had loads of books on my TBR, so basically, unless there's something I absolutely can't resist, I'm not letting myself buy any new books for quite a while because I actually genuinely think I've got a book buying problem. But it'll still be nice to go and have a browse in Waterstones and meet up with Em, so that's what I'm planning to do now. So I'm just about to head out of the house and I thought I might as well bring you along and sort of show you the day because it's very sort of odd that I'm actually going out and doing something, so I thought I might as well bring the camera along. Every time I open this camera it just reminds me how crazy my hair goes. Like, I put it up in a bun, it looks fine, and 5 minutes later all of these bits are happening. But besides the point, I actually just got back from town and naturally I obviously forgot to film anything the one time I actually go out and do something interesting and I forget to film, but I was actually just having such a nice time chatting with Em and so I completely got distracted and forgot to film anything. But it was so nice to meet her and have a chat over hot chocolate and do some book shopping, which was lovely. So I'm now home and I did end up buying one book, but it was with good reason because it's a brand new release that's actually not out until next week. So it's currently the 6th of June and I think this book's actual official release date isn't until the 11th, so I thought I had to get it because it just felt so exciting to get a brand new book before its official release date. And that book is The Paper and Heart Society by Lucy Powrie, who a lot of you might know from her booktube channel Lucy the Reader, which I think is just incredible because she talks about classics and I just love her channel so much, so I naturally really wanted to support her debut novel. So this book is a bookish book, it talks a lot about books, I think it's based around a book club, and I'm really excited to give this one a read, especially because it's not even officially out yet, so that just feels super exciting. So now I'm going to go and make some lunch and probably get started with reading this book because I'm super excited. So I've just quickly made some lunch. Now my lunch kind of sounds weird because I've got toast with hummus, Marmite and vegan cheese, which probably sounds like the most weird and potentially disgusting combination ever, but I am obsessed with it and I would highly recommend that you give it a try because it's actually really nice. I've also got myself a cup of tea and I'm just going to watch some booktube videos. I'm not sure what yet, I'm just going to have a quick look through the subscription feed and eat and watch some booktube, film a video myself, and then finally I might actually do some reading in this reading vlog. So a quick little update because first of all I'd like to say that I just filmed a book unhaul video, which is my first unhaul video, and I managed to get rid of over 30 books, which is wild, and Jay has also gone through the shelves and gotten rid of about 30 books, and I've got like various poetry and like play things that I read at uni that I'm not going to ever read again. I've managed to get rid of so many books, so all of like these piles of books behind me are ones that we've gotten rid of, and there's like way more room on our shelves now. They're looking a lot neater than they did a couple of weeks ago, which is great news because they were so packed and messy. So that's exciting, and I finally managed to clear some room on the shelves. And then also just gotten an Amazon delivery, which is really exciting because I know what it is, but I thought I might as well share it with you guys as well, because although earlier this video I was talking about like you know, not buying new books, obviously I bought one in Waterstones today and then this one has arrived. However, I'm letting myself off for this because it's a really exciting book and it's really hard to open an Amazon package one-handed, let me tell you that. But this book, I'm butchering this, let's look at the state of that. Let's see. Right, I think we're in. Okay, so the book that I ordered, it's one that I'm really excited about, and that is Upside Down. Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I'm super excited to read because literally everyone can't stop talking about Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I've only read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and because I feel like I'm so out of the loop with having like kept up with her books, I'm actually planning on in a couple of weeks maybe doing a Taylor Jenkins Reid themed 24-hour readathon. So I'm wanting to read Daisy Jones and the Six, Forever Interrupted, and There's one more that Emily mentioned to me today when we were out. I think it was After I Do. I'm sure she'll let me know if I've got the wrong one, but I'm probably going to order one more to go with this 24-hour readathon and read those books and try and finally catch up on all of her amazing books. But this one, of all of her books, aside from of course the two most popular ones, Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones, this one is the one that I think sounded most interesting to me, so this is why I ordered this one first, but I'm super excited to read it. So if you fancy doing a Taylor Jenkins Reid themed 24-hour readathon or just joining me in a general 24-hour readathon, let me know in the comments below, because I would love to have people take part with me, and I will try and arrange a date that suits people. But yeah, I'm really excited to do that and read some more of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books. But for now, this is a reading vlog that has included no reading, and that is about to continue because Jay and I are about to go out for a walk, and then maybe I'll finally get some reading done. So it's almost 7 o'clock in the evening and I'm finally about to make a start on reading The Paper and Heart Society. Of course I'll probably go and make a cup of tea, but I'm so excited to get started on this book and see what it's all about. So it's a while later now and I finally made a start on reading The Paper and Heart Society, and so far I'm really enjoying this book and I can tell it's definitely going to be one that I'm really going to enjoy. I'm currently only about 75 pages in, but I'm just finding it so easy to get into and I'm loving all of the characters except for Cassie, who I absolutely despise, but I think that's definitely the point. But yeah, so far the book is really enjoyable and I just feel like it's giving off some really lovely, wholesome, cozy vibes, because it's basically a book about the main character Tabby finding friends who have similar interests to her and people who love books and being in a book club, and for me that just seems like such a lovely topic for a book. But as well as all of those like lovely cozy vibes, it's also dealing with some more serious subjects. In particular, I feel like we've only just scratched the surface, but it's definitely dealing with bullying and cyberbullying, and I feel like that's kind of going to be dealt with in more depth throughout the book. And then one that I'm finding really interesting is that it's giving some definite like representation to social anxiety, which I'm finding really interesting just because I feel like it's like weaving it into the story in a really natural way, and as someone who definitely dealt with that when I was kind of the same age as the protagonist, so when I was in like the later years of high school, I'm finding it's doing it in a really effective and sort of accurate way, so I'm really enjoying the book. All of the characters are lovely and I'm just so glad that I'm finally reading it. But I'm probably going to leave reading for the rest of this evening just because I need to be up early for work in the morning, but I'm really excited to carry on with this book tomorrow because I'm enjoying it so much. So I just wanted to come in and give a quick update on my progress with the Paper and Heart Society, because I've managed to do a little bit more reading today. I'm now just under 150 pages in. Haven't done all that much reading today because this morning before work I went swimming, and now I'm home from work I'm actually going straight back out to my mum's house because it's her birthday tomorrow and we're having a birthday dinner. So I haven't done all that much reading, but this book just keeps getting better. Like I said yesterday, it's got like a perfect balance between dealing with some really dark subjects, particularly sort of bullying and anxiety in a really authentic way, and then sort of balancing that with really cozy, wholesome topics, and I'm just absolutely loving it. And I'm super happy because it's really rainy and grey and chilly outside today, which is perfect reading weather, so when I do get back from my mum's later, I'm definitely going to be sitting down with a cup of tea and doing some more reading. So it's now Saturday morning and I'm literally just about to leave the house to head out to work, but I just wanted to give a quick update on my progress with the Paper and Heart Society. Now, yesterday I ended up being so busy that I didn't really do much more reading, but I've managed to read about another 50 pages because I'm around page 200 now and I'm still really enjoying this story. I don't have too much more to add from what I said last night, but I did just want to mention that I feel like with contemporaries it's really interesting to see how they interact with technology, because obviously it is quite a prevalent thing in society now, but I think that depending on how the author deals with it, it can come across in a really like cringy and unnatural way. But I feel like the way that this book is kind of interweaving it with the story in terms of like sort of group chats and things like that, it just seems quite natural, and I'm definitely feeling like it's enhancing the story rather than feeling like it's misplaced. So I just wanted to give you a few thoughts on that. So I'm home from work. I've literally just gotten out of the shower, hence the like slick back hair look. But Jay and I are actually heading straight back out because we're staying at my mum's house tonight with my younger sister because my mum's out at a wedding, so we're just going to stay with her. But basically my plans for the rest of the evening are of course pizza because it's Saturday night. We're probably going to watch some of the new episodes of the newest series of Black Mirror, doing some editing, and of course reading some more of the Paper and Heart Society. So I'll catch up with you later when I've read some more, but I'm still really enjoying this book. So it's now Sunday morning and I'm still at my mum's house, but I just wanted to give a quick update on my thoughts on the Paper and Heart Society because I'm now at about 300 pages, which means I've only got 50 pages left to read today. And the first thought coming into my mind is that this book is really giving me inspiration to plan my own literary road trip, because of all the places that they go to in this book, I've only been to the Bronte parsonage, but I really want to go to all of the other places, so that sounds like a really fun idea. But also I feel like it's doing a really good job of like developing all of the characters, because as I mentioned earlier, I really didn't like Cassie, but I feel like Lucy has managed to develop her in a way that makes you understand her behaviour, and it's just really interesting to see how my thoughts are changing on all of the characters. And then of course Tabby, our main character, I'm feeling at the moment like I just want to like shake her because she's doing things that I just don't understand, and I can kind of empathise with her, but at the same time I think she's just kind of digging herself a hole and it's not going to end well. But as I say, I've only got 50 pages left, so I'm definitely going to be finishing this book today. So for now, the plans for the rest of the day are of course to go home, have some breakfast, then it's a beautiful day, so Jay and I are going to go out for a walk, and then of course I'm going to finish this book. So I've just gotten back from Hobbycraft because recently I feel like I've completely abandoned all the creative aspects of my bullet journal, and I've basically just been using it to write like basic to-do lists, which is really helpful and still keeps me organised. But I used to have so much fun doing like the monthly spreads and creating themes, and it was just so nice to get creative that way. I'm not particularly talented in terms of being artistic, but I still found it fun to do it. But I've recently just sort of been busy and kind of forgotten about it. But I was actually just watching a video a couple of days ago from Kaylin. Her channel is Kaylin Abridged. I will link the video down below because it was an amazing bullet journal setup video and she just made it look so beautiful. Now I know I'm not going to be able to do one that beautiful, but it did definitely make me inspired to try and get more creative. So to give me the inspiration I need to get even more creative, I went to Hobbycraft and picked up some new stationery bits for the bullet journal. So the first thing I picked up, which I'm super excited about, is this set of brush marker pens in like pastel colours, which I just think is incredible. So there's like a pinky, a purple, a very pale blue, a like light green, and more like grey green, and then very like kind of like a peachy skin colour type tone, and I'm just so happy to use these because I really don't like super bright bold colours, and so I always prefer to get pastel things. So when I saw these I knew I had to get them, especially because they're like a double-ended pen. So you've got one that's like a fine tip, which would be great for like writing like titles and stuff like that, and then if I want to get a bit more fancy, there's also like a slanted like calligraphy pen, so I'm gonna have to kind of learn how to do some nice fonts, but that will be really great and I think it will look so beautiful in this colour set. And then I also picked up another set of double-ended pens. These ones are in slightly brighter colours, but I thought it would be nice to have the variety, and these ones are also much finer, so I think they'll be better for writing like smaller things as opposed to titles. And then I decided to get a little bit fancy and I picked up some silver and gold brush paint pens, I think they're called, and I think these will be amazing for adding like cool little details to like spreads, and I just think that they'll look so pretty. And then the final thing that I picked up was another paint pen. This one is just a plain white one, which I thought would be perfect for if I want like a block colour box for a title or anything like that, to then be able to write the font in white, because then I think it'll stand out more and just look really cool. So those are all the things I picked up from Hobbycraft, and I'm so excited to get using them. So first of all, I'm gonna like test all of them out, so I want to see what they look like on paper. Then I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea in my new favourite mug, my Wuthering Heights mug that I picked up from the Bronte parsonage a couple of weeks ago, because I'm then going to sit down and read the final 50 pages of the Paper and Heart Society. And I just feel like when I'm reading a book about a book club, I feel like I have to drink from one of my literary mugs because it just feels so right. So basically that's my plan for the next couple of hours, and then Jay and I are going to head out for a walk. So the sunny weather I was talking about earlier this morning kind of seems to have disappeared, but we've decided we're actually going to go for our walk now, and then I'm going to get cosy and finish off my book later when we've gotten back. So it's about 5:30 and I just finished up reading the Paper and Heart Society, and I'm so glad that I picked this book up as quickly as I did because it was just such an enjoyable read. Obviously, as I've mentioned, it just felt so cosy and it was nice to read about bookish people, but as well I just feel like the word that jumps to mind when I think about this book is just that it is super authentic. I think from the characters and the way that they're developed to their relationships with one another and the struggles that they all face, everything just feels so authentic. It does an amazing job of like interweaving serious subjects like Tabby's experience with anxiety and her coming to terms with the fact that she's a victim of bullying, and all of those things are like interwoven with the plot of the book club and all of their fun antics so well, and I just think it comes across so naturally, and it just feels, as I said, like a very authentic portrayal of young people sort of making friends with each other and dealing with their problems and sort of learning to be themselves, and I just absolutely loved this book. So basically, if you're looking for a book that manages to be both cozy and like really wholesome, as well as dealing with some more serious subjects in a really, really impactful way, then I would absolutely recommend that you pick up the Paper and Heart Society because it does all of those things, and I just felt like it was such an enjoyable read. So yeah, absolutely love this book. I'd say it's somewhere between a 4 and 5-star read, but I'll probably go with a 4-star just because I guess it did feel like it was aimed at a younger audience, which it definitely was, but nevertheless, even as a 22-year-old, I still really enjoyed reading it, so I'd absolutely recommend it, and I'm so glad that I read it. So that will bring this vlog of me reading the lovely Paper and Heart Society to an end. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing all of my thoughts, and if you've managed to get your hands on this book and have read it, please let me know your thoughts as well because I'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.